Hey guys, welcome back and good morning. We're doing a morning video today, and then the trading ranges for today are going to be out on TradingView. So yesterday we did have PPI inflation data, which did come in above expectations, and then we had Jerome Powell speaking at 3 p.m. and he said they are in no hurry to cut rates since inflation is back on the rise. So markets opened yesterday flat, and SPY basically took a trip all the way down to the bottom of the implied move. So 594 was the bottom of the implied move. We closed a little bit underneath that, 593.35. So if you watched the previous night's video, I mentioned that if we do take it to the bottom of the implied move, that a good strike to sell would be the one underneath it. And that played out exactly how it needed to be. If you were selling premium, if you were buying 594, I mentioned that would be a good strike, and that is how it played out. So SPX, we had the same thing over here. We opened flat, brought it down all the way to the bottom of the implied move, which was 59.50. And you can see that was almost perfect. We closed just underneath that, 59.49.16, right on top of that up gap, the second up gap after the election. And if you did sell 59.50, 59.40 bear call spreads, those would not be up 100%, but they would be up about 80 to 90%. So that would have been a win right there. And SPY closed down 0.64% yesterday, SPX down 0.61%, and we did close just a little bit outside of the implied move in both. And QQQ, same thing over here. We opened slightly down, filled that gap right away, hit that 35 EMA, and dropped all the way down to the bottom of the implied move. Bottom of the implied move was 508. We closed 508.69. We did get underneath it briefly at the very end, but closed within the implied move above this up gap from election week right here. QQQ down 0.69%, and we did stay within the implied move. And IWM, same thing over here, opened flat, took it all the way down to the bottom of the implied move, and closed just a little bit underneath it within the election gap. So 232 was the bottom of the implied move. Closed 6 cents underneath that, 231.94. So here, if you did sell 232, 231, bull put spreads on that drop, those would have closed up about 85 to 90%. So that would have been a great trade. And with that election gap support, that would have been a winning trade right here. So IWM down 1.35%. VX currently up. Don't know where that closed last night, but we did close just a little bit outside of the implied move here. And DIA also opened flat, and the rest of the day we did spent trading down. Following the rest of the market, we didn't take it all the way down to the bottom of the implied move, but we did have a down day here. Entire market trading down yesterday, and DIA closed down 0.48%, and we did close within the implied move on the day and on the week. So that implied move that we got at the very beginning of the week, over the weekend, we are still well within that. So if you did take some iron condors here at the beginning of the week, those are still looking really good. And that is a recap of yesterday. We did hit a lot of oversold here, and in the others we did hit a lot of up gap support. So futures right now are down pretty big, and I didn't even mention this, but SPY, we have futures where we open underneath this gap, so that is something that could be to the upside. SPY futures take it down to 590 right now, and QQQ, same thing, down gap at open. It looks like we are at 504.32 in pre-market right now, so that takes us underneath this gap with the 30-minute 200 moving average right underneath. IWM is right at the top of the election gap. So I'm going to go ahead and get these trading ranges out. Don't forget, the link is underneath in the pinned comment. The trading ranges should be out right at market open or just a little bit after. So go check that out. Make sure you're subscribed and have fun, trade safe. Make sure you guys take profits when you're up, and I will see you guys on Sunday night. Have a great weekend.